sounds like a gentleman's Cobra, and it looks like a gentleman's Cobra. That GoPro's having a hell of a ride. Ready? I'm ready, Freddie. Hello, everybody. I'm Christopher, the guy behind the camera, as always, Jake the Snake, and this is Fast Lane Classic Cars. Jake, take it away. Oh, my Lord. All right, you ready? Hello, everybody. I'm Christopher, the guy behind the camera, as always, is Jake the Snake, and this is Fast Lane Classic Cars. Jake, tell the nice people some nice stuff.
Let me tell them some nice stuff. We're 15 minutes outside St. Louis to the west in St. Charles, Missouri. I'm going to put the phone number above Chris's head. Look, there it is. Remember it, write it down, call us about this Superformance Cobra or the other 150 or so cars we have at any given time, and also like and subscribe because it helps us help you, help us help you. And when you subscribe, hit the bell icon because then you get notified when we make cool videos like this. Also, if you want to see full photo sets of these cars, interior, exterior, engine bay, undercarriage, go to our website, www.fastlanecars.com. You can see all of that there, including specs and pricing. But for now, Chris, tell us about this gorgeous Cobra.
This is a beautiful Portofino blue Cobra. So this was bought as a roller from Superformance, and the legendary and late great Bill Andrews from HRE Motor Cars built the motor. It's putting out about 425 horsepower with, I can't even believe this number, 442 foot-pounds of torque. This is a street Cobra, as you'll notice. It doesn't have the stripes, it doesn't have the big, usually the big, what is that, scoop in the front.
The hood
it's got
scoop,
the
yes.
bumperettes. It doesn't have the side pipes.
No.
The pipes extend out of the back. It's the gentleman's Cobra, as I was told. The interior is amazing. We're going to see that on our run. But this is just a really wonderful, wonderfully built Cobra. Just look at how he did. I mean, the seams are all perfect.
I know. Every single panel gap on this car is perfectly even and snug. The paint is incredible. I do like the lack of side pipes. I think it's a clean look.
Ew, I love it. And it does have a tonneau cover.
Yes.
Full, or you can even do the driver's tonneau cover.
I have pictures of it in both versions in the booth, so look at our website for those, but that's what all these little buttons are for.
Yep, and there are no roll bars. It's a gentleman's Cobra. I mean, 425 horse is just fine for a car that doesn't weigh anything.
Oh, it's still plenty fast.
Oh, we'll be just fast.
Don't get it twisted. It's not a slow Cobra.
Let's not get it twisted,
I think it's gorgeous. I do like the chrome bumperettes instead of the ones that are for jacks like we have on the backdrafts. The wheels, awesome. Cobra wheels, of course. I mean,
I've just never seen Portofino blue on it, and it is a beautiful color. Really nice tribute to the original kind of Cobras. I just like it a lot.
And look at the mirrors.
Oh, I love the mirrors.
They're like space age rocket booster
Both
style.
sides.
Both sides too, yes.
Love it.
They have all three mirrors, so it's safe.
It is, well, it's as safe as it's going to get. If you drive it carefully, which we will today, why don't we just fire this thing up?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Here's your microphone.
Oh, the microphone. Thank you so much.
We're doing it live.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I don't know why, but I took my microphone off.
Why?
I almost never do that.
That's kind of strange.
I don't know. Oh, goodness. That's all right. I'll sit on them. Got some rags here from when I was wiping it down a second ago.
Wipe her down.
We also have lap belts.
We do.
If I can get mine. But they're not the backdraft style where they're like the circular thing that you twist in order to undo it.
Oh.
They're the old school, like full on, like latches.
Race belts.
Very old school, which I like. I think it's cool, but you might have to hold this while I
no problem.
do mine up. So I have to adjust.
He's adjusting, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
small, but I'm not that small. I'm adjusting. But I'm not adjusting to this car because I had it for a while yesterday doing the B-roll and whatnot, and I drove it a little bit to get some cool GoPro footage. And boy,
howdy.
It's a special vehicle.
It's a special car. It's a neat car.
It's a very special car.
I'm a little excited about it.
Oh, I'm very excited about it. Let's see, here on the dash, lights, washers, wipers, panel, whatever that does.
Wow.
All these gauges are just gorgeous. I love the layout of the Cobra.
I heard beeping.
No.
Oh, okay.
We got what? Let's see, an amperage gauge, which is working. A fuel gauge, which is great. We have half a tank.
Yeah.
So we should be good. Oil pressure, great. We're at 70 psi, 60 at idle, which is plenty. It's not warmed up yet.
No.
We have not started it yet today, other than moving it into that spot. But it's been about an hour since we did that, so it's still cold. And you can see that because the water temp over here hasn't moved. It's also in Celsius.
Oh.
Because if you didn't know, the Cobra is technically British.
Technically.
That's why you have the American and the British flags on the side, because it's a British-built body, and then Shelby put some American flair on it.
Why wouldn't he? I mean, he's from Texas. He had flair.
He did have a lot of flair.
I don't think he liked people asking about his flair, but
No.
oh wow, does it shift nice?
It shifts very
You
nice.
weren't
And
kidding.
it's a 5-speed.
A 5-speed Tremec. I did forget to mention that. I should have. I should have led with it.
So you have one
What
more
a-
speed than you normally would have in a Cobra,
Legendary.
which is very nice.
Legendary. Oh,
The
it's
speedo goes backwards. It's another Cobra thing. Goes from right to left instead of left to right.
nice. Crazy. Wow, it shifts nice.
It does shift like butter.
And it's cold.
Yeah, it's not warmed up at all. It's already ready to go.
I do love the description, the gentleman's Cobra.
Yes.
There's no doubt.
And as you also noticed, when we started it, it just kind of started up and idled right away.
Yeah, it wasn't
There's-
like a high idle. It does have a...
There was no pumping involved. It wasn't temperamental.
No.
It's just going. I love this engine. What kind of engine is it?
351 Windsor.
351 Windsor.
A lot of power. I mean, I think at 425 horses is a lot of power.
Not a
for
big
such
block.
a little car.
But honestly, I'd rather have a small block because, like I said, they're less temperamental.
They are.
And honestly, I've driven these small Cobras and Sunbeam Tigers, which are also similar.
Yeah, the Sunbeam.
With the little 289, that's plenty of power for this chassis.
It is.
They're so lightweight and so nimble. You don't need 500 horsepower.
You don't.
I mean, the backdrafts are fun, don't get me wrong.
Oh, they're
But
fun.
this, 425 horsepower, you said?
Plenty.
Still more than enough. And yes, it's plenty.
Plenty.
We also have these side windows here and these visors that are tinted, which is nice. And you'd think, well, what are those really going to do? But they actually block a lot of wind.
They do. It
We can
helps.
have a conversation in here without screaming at each other, which is very nice. And we also have a fire extinguisher. I think that's more for show. I mean, I'm certain that it works.
Let's
But
hope it works, right?
unfortunately, fingers crossed, that will never have to come into use.
But you should get them inspected once a year. Fire department will do that, so just talk to them about it. They're very nice about
Absolutely. And as a little modern touch under here, we actually do have a USB port.
it. Do you?
Or not USB, a cigarette lighter for like
Oh.
charging phones and stuff.
Okay.
Or in case you want to take up smoking. But don't smoke, kids. Smoke tires, not cigarettes. And this car will smoke tires,
For sure.
undoubtedly.
Oh, the firemen are there. Isn't that cool?
Fire department's at the daycare. Isn't that nice?
I love when they do
Probably
that for
doing a
the kids.
presentation. But yeah, this car is just phenomenal. And we haven't really talked about the interior of this brown.
I think it's great.
Gorgeous. The seats are comfy.
Yeah.
You have belts, which is
Do have
always
belts.
nice. Oh, look. That's the horn. That little button. That's
Finally,
awesome.
Jake gets to play with the horn while I'm driving.
I
He's so
do.
happy.
Your blinker stalk is on the right side.
Oh, yeah. And it does have
Opposite
a
is-
kill, which is nice.
Yeah. Oh, and we're at our stop sign.
I'm not doing it.
A
Not
wee bit of
crazy.
a bean test.
It's wee. It's just,
Just a wee bit.
I love this car.
Second gear action. Oh boy! I get my head on third gear. Oh my goodness! Woo! Yeah, it's got plenty of power.
More than enough.
More than enough. Wow.
I love it.
They
And you
wanna
know what?
have
The
to,
pedals are really nice because I have huge feet, and normally they're a big problem, but these pedals are pretty nice.
Yeah, the pedals are pretty small, so they're not right on top of each other. you can actually drive it. They are a little offset to the left, just like every Cobra.
Yeah.
Got to get used to that.
I'm
but
getting real used to it though. I've noticed that. It's not near as confusing as I used to be. It's very nice. It's a fun car.
And I also don't think I've mentioned it yet, but
what's that?
The engine bay is just gorgeous. Like everything in there is chrome, polished, like shiny. It is one of the prettiest engine bays I've ever seen. And yeah, I might need to flip my head around for the flybys because
you should.
It's time for that.
It's gonna be a little wild, I can tell you that.
Are you ready?
I was born ready.
Let's do it.
But are you ready?
I'm ready.
It drives like a gentleman's Cobra, and it looks like a gentleman's Cobra. That GoPro's having a hell of a ride. What a pretty color.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, it's gonna get it.
You know, we've both driven the backdrafts.
Oh, all the time.
500 plus horsepower. Feels dangerously fast. So I thought this has a little less. Maybe it'll feel a little safer, a little slower. It feels just as fast.
Yes, it does.
I mean, I wouldn't say it feels less safe. It feels just as safe as any backdraft. I do like just no roll hoops, no nothing. The gorgeous
it's
look.
Sleek, isn't it?
And it sounds so good. The side pipes sound great, but it just sounds so good with the tailpipes coming out the back. And I would have this one over any backdraft.
I agree.
I love how it looks. I love the color. I love how it drives. Superformance does a good job.
This is one of our top 10 cars of the year, I'm going to say.
I'd say so, yeah.
I think so. We
should do a ranking at the end of the year.
That's what we're doing. You're doing it New Year's Eve. We're doing it live.
All right, you ready to go back?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.